It's a three-way scrimmage at Glen Allen High School today, including L.C. Bird, joined now by Coach Dave Bedwell. Well, I haven't seen you in a while. I would say three-time defending state champs, but this is a different team. We're going to put that away. Before we get to anything else, what's the value of a three-way scrimmage like this where you get to go up against two different teams in one shoot?
Well, that's it. You get to see two different styles, two different philosophies, two different approaches. You get to see, two different types of athletes and schemes. So it's going to help you down the road. You try to get as much in as you can in the preseason, and you try to make it as worthwhile as you can for your kids. And playing two quality teams like this is going to be, do nothing but help us in the long run.
Coach, obviously every team is different, but you got a lot of holdovers. How much does the three straight titles help with what was already an incredible culture at Bird, with especially some of the holdovers, like let's just keep it going, that kind of thing?
Well, obviously I think it helps when you win and when you compete for championships, but at the same time, every team's different, and this team hasn't won a game yet. We could be 0-10, you just never know. But it helps with the confidence, it helps with the swagger. Sometimes you got to rein it in a little bit, but you'd rather be that way than the other way, that they're feeling dejected and not good about themselves. And those past teams have put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and that's the basis and that's the essence of our program, is being tough, and that's what we want these kids to do.
What's your assessment of preseason practice so far?
Not bad. We had a great session this morning against Dinwiddie. We'll take a little break, and then we'll go against Henrico, and we'll try to figure out what they do and what we do and how we match it up, and we'll look at the film, and we'll get ready for Meadowbrook. But so far, so good. A lot of positive things, a lot of things we need to work on, and that's the whole thing. That's what the regular season is for. Fix those problems, find out what you got to do to get in the playoffs and get on a run.
Okay, let's start with the offense. Familiar names back, some gone. Let's start with Jalen. How's he going to be a better player this year?
Well, he's got a year under his belt in our system. Great leader, obviously was a great leader last year. So look what he did with just, being new. So having all that under his system and knowing what to do and knowing what we expect. And a lot of times now he's calling plays before I even call him. He knows what we want to do. So that's a big improvement for us. And just his leadership and his demeanor. He's so calm. He's so cool. He keeps kids under control. And he's going to be a big part of our success hopefully this year.
Other side of the ball, defense looks to be very strong again, I guess led by Rayshard Ashby.
Yeah, you can't say enough about him. He's probably the heart and soul of our football team. Kid played ever since he was a freshman. He's made big plays ever since he was a freshman. State Player of the Year last year. Great kid. He's going to be a good football player for us this year.
Obviously, when you win 3 state titles in a row, you create a new level of expectation among the fans within the program. How do you handle that, or do you embrace that?
Yeah, you have to embrace it. You have to go on about your business. You have to, now that you've tasted it and you've been there, you got to keep wanting that, and that's what you got to keep, talking to your players about. But our community is excited. Our community is behind us, and we want to continue to put a good product on the field, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
First couple weeks, you get a Meadowbrook team with a new head coach, and then you get the Battle of Chester. What do you see as the challenges in those first couple of weeks as you kind of learn what you have and deal with what they have?
Yeah, those aren't two teams you want to start the season off with to figure out what you have. Real good football teams. Coach Tiller, I've known him for a long time. He's doing a great job over there. I got a chance to watch them scrimmage last week. Very, good football team in the short time he's been able to, be there. And then Thomasdale, the Battle of Chester, you throw the records, you throw the championships, you throw everything out the window. It's going to be a close, hard-fought game no matter what the two teams are doing and where they are. And that's, it's great to open the season with 2 big games like that. It's exciting. The atmosphere is going to be great, but at the same time, you're going to learn a lot about yourself really quick.
Dave, obviously we've talked about Rayshard, we talked about Jalen. They're kind of known quantities. Give me a couple of spots where questions maybe have to be answered if you're going to get where you want to be.
Offensive line, we've got some kids back, but we're missing, of course, Andre Davis from last year. That's a hole we have to fill. We're looking at 2 different kids right now. Jamal Tuppence and Cassius Whitfield both doing a great job, but they're not Andre Davis yet. We got to get them to that point. The defensive line, we've got a couple young kids. We've moved some kids from linebacker to D-line and things like that. So just trying to find the right mix. Chris Hayden, one of our defensive linemen, is going to be a great football player for us. He's trying to lead that group a little bit, but they're still young and inexperienced.
Okay, Coach, we're looking forward to it.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks.
it, Gary. Yeah, man.
That's David Bedwell, L.C. Bird.